What if I told you that your biggest opportunity in life might not be something you can buy? It might be someone you haven't met yet. Most people think powerful networks are built by rich people. Famous people, CEOs, or people who are already successful. But that's backwards. Some of the most successful people in the world didn't start with an impressive network. They started with zero connections, zero influence, and sometimes zero people who believed in them. So how do you build a powerful network when you're still trying to build yourself? In this video, I'll show you how to meet better people, create genuine relationships, become someone people remember, and build a network that can completely change the direction of your life. And stay until the end, because the final principle is the one most people completely misunderstand. Stop trying to look important. Let's start with the biggest mistake. When people hear the word networking, they imagine walking into a room full of successful people and trying to impress them. They think, what can this person do for me? How can I get their contact? How can I make them notice me? And that's exactly why networking feels fake. Because you're treating people like opportunities instead of people. Here's the truth. You don't build a powerful network by trying to collect powerful people. You build it by becoming the kind of person powerful people want around them. Think about that. Instead of asking, who can help me? Start asking, how can I become useful? Maybe you can solve a problem. Maybe you have knowledge. Maybe you're a great listener. Maybe you connect people. Maybe you're reliable. Maybe you bring positive energy into a room. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be famous. You don't even have to be successful yet. You just have to bring something valuable to the relationship. Because people remember people who make their lives better. Your network starts with who you are. Here's something nobody tells you. Your network will often reflect your habits. If you spend all your time complaining, you'll probably attract more complaining. If you're constantly talking about problems, you'll find people who talk about problems. But if you're learning, building, creating, improving, and looking for solutions, you naturally become more attractive to people who are doing the same. Your goal isn't to chase successful people. Your goal is to become a person who belongs in successful rooms. Read, learn, exercise, build something, start a project, improve your communication, develop your skills, become curious, become dependable. Because eventually your identity starts speaking before you do. People can feel when someone is serious about their life, and that is attractive. Don't ask, what can you do for me? Ask a better question. What can I do for you? This one change can transform the way you network. Imagine meeting someone successful. Instead of immediately asking for advice, a job, an introduction, or a favor, ask questions. What are you working on right now? What are you trying to achieve? What has been difficult for you lately? And then listen. Really listen. Because people don't just remember the person who talked the most. They remember the person who made them feel heard. And here's where it gets powerful. If you discover a problem you can help with, help. No invoice. No expectation. No hidden agenda. Just help. Maybe you send them an article. Maybe you introduce them to someone. Maybe you share an idea. Maybe you solve a small problem. You might think, it's too small to matter. It isn't. Relationships are often built through tiny moments. A message, an introduction, a recommendation, a thoughtful idea, a favor. And over time, those small moments become trust. Become a connector. One of the fastest ways to become valuable is to connect people. Imagine you know someone who's looking for a designer, and you happen to know a talented designer. Introduce them. You know someone starting a business who needs advice about marketing, and you know someone who understands marketing. Introduce them. You become the bridge. And something interesting happens. People start remembering you. Not because you're the richest person in the room. Not because you're the most famous, but because you create value between people. And the more people you help connect, the more connected you become. This is one of the secrets of powerful networks. The person at the center isn't always the most successful person. Sometimes they're simply the person who knows who should know whom. Don't chase strangers. Build real relationships. You don't need 10,000 contacts. You need a few people who genuinely trust you. One real relationship can be worth more than 1,000 LinkedIn connections. So don't think, how many people can I meet? Think, how many people can I genuinely get to know? When you meet someone interesting, don't disappear after one conversation. Follow up. Send a message. Ask how their project is going. Remember something they told you. Congratulate them when they succeed. Check on them when things don't go well. That's how relationships become friendships. And friendships become partnerships. And partnerships can change your life. Learn to talk to anyone. You might be thinking, but I'm shy. I don't know what to say. I'm not good at networking. Here's the good news. You don't need an amazing personality. You need genuine curiosity. When you meet someone, you can simply ask, what are you working on? What brought you here? How did you get into this? What are you excited about right now? Then listen. You don't need to dominate the conversation. You don't need clever jokes. You don't need to tell everyone your achievements. Be interested. Because one of the most attractive qualities a person can have is genuine interest in other people. And here's another secret. Don't prepare a speech. Prepare yourself to be curious. Go where the people you want to meet already are. If you want a different network, you need different environments. You can't spend every day in the same places, talking to the same people, consuming the same information, and expect completely different opportunities to appear. Go where people are building. Attend events. Join communities. Take classes. Go to conferences. Participate in online communities. Start a project. Volunteer. Create content. Join professional groups. And don't just show up once. Show up repeatedly. This is important. People trust what becomes familiar. You don't need to walk into a room and immediately become popular. Just keep showing up. The first time, you're a stranger. The 5th time, you're familiar. The 10th time, people know your name. And eventually, you become part of the community. That's how networks are built. Not in one night, through repeated interaction. Your digital network matters too. Today, your network isn't limited to the people you meet physically. You can build relationships with people anywhere in the world. Follow people whose work you genuinely admire. Read what they create. Learn from them. Comment thoughtfully. Share useful ideas. Don't write, "Great post." That's forgettable. Instead, add something. Ask a smart question. Share your experience. Give a useful perspective. And sometimes, send a thoughtful message. But don't immediately ask for something. Don't send, "Hi, can you give me a job?" Instead, "I've been following your work on this topic and found this particular idea interesting. I recently tried something similar and learned this." That's a conversation. And conversations create relationships. Give before you ask. This might be the most important networking rule of all. Give before you ask. Don't build relationships with a calculator in your head. I helped this person, so now they owe me. That's not generosity. That's a transaction. Real relationships aren't built like that. Help because you can. Share because it's useful. Introduce people because they should meet. Celebrate someone else's success. And don't worry about immediately getting something back. Because when you consistently create value, your reputation grows, and reputation travels. Someone might say, "You should talk to this person. They're really good." And suddenly someone you have never met is opening a door for you. That's the power of reputation. Don't be afraid to reach above your level. Here's where many people limit themselves. They look at someone successful and think, "Why would they want to talk to me?" But remember, you don't know what someone else is looking for. Maybe they need an idea you have. Maybe they need someone with your skill. Maybe they appreciate your perspective. Maybe they simply enjoy talking to motivated people. You don't have to convince yourself that you're already successful. You just need the courage to introduce yourself. And here's a simple rule. Ask respectfully, accept rejection gracefully, keep moving. If someone doesn't respond, fine. If someone says no, fine. If someone isn't interested, fine. Their response isn't a measurement of your worth. It's simply a response. Keep going. Build something people can see. This is where networking gets even more powerful. Don't just tell people you're ambitious. Show them. Create something, a business, a YouTube channel, a portfolio, a project, a newsletter, a skill, a community, a product, anything, because when you build something publicly, people can see what you're capable of. And now you don't have to say, I'm hardworking. They can see your work. You don't have to say, I'm passionate. They can see what you create. You don't have to say, I want to succeed. Your actions show it. Your work becomes your introduction. Play the long game. Here's the part most people don't want to hear. A powerful network doesn't happen in 30 days. It may take years. And that's okay, because you're not trying to create a network. You're trying to create a life filled with great people. Some relationships will last forever. Some will last a few months. Some will lead to opportunities. Some will simply teach you something. And that's okay. Don't measure every relationship by what it produces. Sometimes the value isn't obvious until years later. You might meet someone today, have one conversation, and completely forget about it. Then 5 years later, that person remembers you, and suddenly, an opportunity appears. That's why you play the long game. The billion-dollar mindset. Now let's talk about the title. How do you build a billion-dollar network when you're a nobody? First, stop calling yourself a nobody. You may not be famous. You may not have money. You may not have connections. But that doesn't mean you have no value. You have time. You have attention. You have skills you haven't developed yet. You have ideas you haven't explored. And you have the ability to help other people. Your network doesn't begin when you're successful. Your network helps you become successful. But don't expect people to carry you. Build yourself while building relationships. Learn while connecting. Create while meeting people. Help while growing. And eventually something incredible happens. You stop chasing opportunities. Opportunities start finding you. Not because you became lucky, but because you became valuable, trusted, visible, and connected. Final, the real secret. So if you remember nothing else from this video, remember this. Don't try to build a big network. Build a valuable life. Become skilled. Become reliable. Become curious. Become generous. Meet people. Listen to them. Help them. Connect them. Keep showing up, and never underestimate the power of one genuine relationship. Because your life can change through one conversation, one introduction, one friend, one mentor, one opportunity, one person who believes in you before everyone else does. And that person might be somewhere out there right now. You just haven't met them yet. So stop waiting until you're successful to start building your network. Start now, with what you have, from where you are, with the people around you, because you don't need to be somebody to build an extraordinary network. You become somebody by becoming valuable to others. And remember, your network isn't the number of people who know your name. It's the number of people who trust your name. If this video gave you something to think about, subscribe to the channel. We're building ourselves one step at a time, and I'll see you in the next video.